Design Files members, it's Denise here, one of your admin, and today I'm going to show you how to make a layer file from a basic image. So what I'm doing here, just dragging this black and white outline drawing of Mickey Mouse into Studio. So first things first, I'm going to head up here and trace him. So I'm just going to select trace area. And you can either mess around with your filters till you get where you want to go. But I'm trying to hit high pass filter off, pop threshold back to where it was, and then I'm quite happy with that to hit trace. So if you look at what we've got now, the first thing you want to do is head up here to Object and release Compound Path. That's because that's then going to give you all the little bits of Mickey. You're going to have his face and his gloves and his shorts, and they're all separate parts. But what we're going to do first, leave him all together, select all of him, and paint him all white. Now you'll see why I'm about to do this. First things first, I'm going to pick the black layer, which is obviously his ears. The outline goes all the way around. That's one layer. And I'm going to turn that black. And there you have your background. Now, obviously, if you look here around his eye, you'll see that doesn't look how it's supposed to. And you've got little bits here that should be black that aren't yet. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to kind of make the most of those. First of all, just move the black bit out the way. Now your eyebrow is going to be black, so you select the face and the eyebrow and then just make that a compound path. Now you'll notice the eyes disappeared. That's just because when I've made a compound path, that's brought the face forward. If we just press this button down the bottom or hit Object, if I can find it, Arrange, Centre Back, then you'll see it's come back to normal. So when you then move that face bit over the black part, you'll see that eyebrow is now black. So get back to here. Now the next thing you want to do is obviously this part of the eye here is going to be black. Now you need to select the face and just the very outermost edge of the eye. We don't want to get the inside part that's white, just the very outermost. If you've got one box around the edge, that's what you want to see. And again, Object, make compound path, and yet again you'll see if I move his face over, we've got that now. So I'll pop his face back, and then I'll bring him back over here like this, line him all up, and there we have it. Now this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to take his face away for a minute. I'm going to pop his face over here. Now as you'll see, there's a couple of bits here that will be white. Now at the minute they're separate floating parts, but the best thing to do is take all of those and make them into a compound path. What that basically means is that's been cut out of the black. Now obviously if you're layering this onto a non-black t-shirt, then instead of cutting them out, what you can do is keep these as white. So what I'll do for now, I'll kind of show you can either make a compound path, just send that back, at which point you'll see that if you move it, that's been cut straight out of there. But if you are going to have it on, say, a red or a pink or a green t-shirt, just leave all these bits white for now, and I'll show you in a second what we can do. So I'll leave those white for now. I'll pop his face back in. And again, with his trousers, these bits in the middle here should be black. Got the white in the very centre and the black in the middle, and then the red shorts on the outside. So again, I'm just going to take his body for a little walk, start from the outside and work my way in, and I want to highlight the shorts and the very outer edge of those bits again. So again, if you've got 2 boxes, you've gone too far. If you've got the 1 box, just right. And again, object, make compound path. Then I'm going to come at it from the other side, 1 box again, object, make compound path. And you'll see that when I bring Mickey back over here, those buttons are now white and black. You see again on the shoe we've got the same thing, so just once more, highlight, make compound path, and it's straight through onto the black. Now, we can kind of start colouring him in from here. So, if I go to my paint palette, if I select Mickey's face, go for a flesh colour, and there we have that. His tongue, a red colour, problem solved, trousers, red, and then we've got his shoes, go for yellow, and there we have it. That's Mickey, and then what you do is there's a button down here that's called select by colour, so just tap that. You can either select by line colour, which obviously all my line works the same, or by fill. So if you select the black fill, and that's 1 path, select our red fill, and with the red you can either group or make compound path. So I'm going to make compound path so that our red bit's 1 piece there. Then your next piece is the pink tongue, that's fine on its own. The face, that's fine on its own, there's no other pieces, so we'll take those and bring those over. Now we hit yellow, that highlights both the shoes, so again with the shoes just make compound path so you can bring those over as a pair. Making a compound path or grouping them together does what it says on the tin really, it groups everything together into 1 movable piece so that when you're doing layering and you're cutting your vinyls, what it will then do is you've got everything in 1 place and it will cut it all in that position, so you don't have to cut all the little bits separately and then try and position them individually. So if I go for white, then obviously that selects all the little bits of white that we've done. Now if I just make that into a compound path, and I can drag it over here. Now as I was telling you earlier about what colour t-shirt it goes on, you've got 2 options. You can either leave it like this, if you could put it on a coloured t-shirt. So if I say we've got, of course, our background, and we'll have a purple background, we can then put Mickey on there, and he stands out. Now you've then got a couple of options here. Firstly, if I just release that compound path there, what I can do is just move this out the way. If I select the black ears and just this white bit here, you see, and then I make that into a compound path, you'll see that when I bring the purple back, that gap is then purple. So you've got that option, and I'll just make a compound path out of the white again. But if you are putting this on a white top, what you can do with the white and the black is highlight the white and the black together, make a compound path, and again this will happen, it's just because making a compound path has brought the black forward, so just send it straight back to the back, and then what will happen is whatever background, if we've got it on a white background, those bits are then see-through. So personally I'm going to head back to this way because I like it like this, and there you have it. And then when you go to cut, what you do is you take Mickey face on 1 colour, you can take his body up here, take his shorts down here, shoes down here. All your white bits can go around. Tongue can go separately, and then you've got all your separate layers that you need. Then obviously once they're all cut, just simply pop all your layers back, and there's your Mickey. So hopefully that showed you how to take and make a simple outline into a full layered ready to cut file, and hope you have fun making some of your own. Take care.